Hey, welcome to my channel and to another menu plan and grocery haul. I sit down and I look behind me. I'm like, my poor little tree, my poor little tree's been undecorated since the baby shower. I did not even redecorate it for August. I'm kind of not going to do anything till Halloween because it's already up in September. So what's the use? So you can look at my half-naked tree. This week, I think... Let me look over it. One new recipe. That's all I'm trying this week. I actually didn't have any new recipes on here. And we're sitting over there, a couple days ago. Dave was like, put hamburgers on the menu. I'm like, I've already done the menu. So I did some reworking. Had hot dogs one day. I'm like, well, if we're going to grill hamburgers, we might as well grill some hot dogs too. So I moved that. I had to throw in an extra day. Couldn't think of anything. So I found a new recipe. And I thought, well, I'll just throw it in there on that day. So anyway, let's just look at what we're having this week on my low-carb menu. For tonight, Wednesday, I'm going to do air fryer chicken wings. And I may leave them naked, or I may make my sauce that I make with butter. Just depends on how David feels. And then I normally make wings on the weekend, but oh well. We'll have a midweek treat. And then cheesy baked cauliflower, which is all these recipes I will have on that I do have on my website. I will have down in the description box below. But it is baked like you would bake a macaroni and cheese, and it's really, really good. You don't think you're eating macaroni and cheese. You know you're eating cauliflower, but it still gives you that little hint of, golly, this kind of like macaroni and cheese, which I can make now because I have that Fiber Gourmet pasta. But I'm throwing some veggies in there, so give me credit for that. Anyway, coming up on Thursday, bacon and cheese pork chops, asparagus, and some kind of beans. Then Friday, I'm going to do a baked pasta, and I'm going to use some of the Fiber Gourmet. So, see, I don't need it twice that week. And a salad. And I think what I have in the freezer, I have one more Muller's spaghetti sauce, so that's what I'm going to use on the pasta, and some hamburgers. So just your simple everyday baked pasta. And Saturday, we're going to grill hot dogs and hamburgers. I'm going to make some homemade chili. Going to make David some gook. Oh, I got to go right on my list to get some cabbage because he gets gook, I get slaw. Then Sunday, that'll be our eat out day. Listen, we will try to stay on plan. Monday, hamburger mushroom gravy with mashed potatoes and green beans. So that's just kind of a comfort meal for him. And Tuesday is the new recipe, chicken with bacon mustard sauce. I thought it sounded really tasty over some brown rice. And that is it for our suppers. Now for my meal prep this week, which I have been started doing it on Saturdays. It just seems to work out really good if I do it on Saturday. But since we're not grilling until Saturday, I can't do my lunch until Sunday. So meal prep will be up on Sunday. But anyway, for breakfast, I'm going to do my sausage gravy bowls. I used to make them when I was on Weight Watchers over hash browns. And this time I'll do it the same way. I'll just leave off the hash browns and make a low-carb gravy. So that's the difference. Lunch, I'm going to make the Whopper salad that I made a while back. I was still counting points. Yeah, because I used the bread. The croutons with the sesame seeds on it, if you're on Weight Watchers, do that. The recipe's on my website. Do the croutons. Don't skip the croutons because that really adds to it. But I'm going to tell you, when you chop it all up in your bowl, it tastes like a Whopper. That dressing that I made is nothing but mayonnaise and ketchup. But when you get the pickles and the tomato and all that in there, and the grilled burger, I would say don't skimp on the grill because you know Whoppers are char grilled. So I would not skimp on the grilling part. I think I mentioned in my last, when I made it, you might could add some liquid smoke to your hamburger meat before you fry it if you don't grill it out. So I would probably try that. And then for my snack, dessert, I'm going to make Roy's Light Pumpkin Pie. That is Roy over at Recipes with Roy. His recipe is linked on my website. I just take you straight to his blog. I do not retype it at all. So that is what I'm having this week. I don't know if you can hear it. It is thundering here, so that means I'm going to have to go shopping in the rain. So who knows? You might be seeing a bunch of wet groceries coming up next. I don't know. Anyway, we'll just turn around and look at, as long as Harris Teeter has everything I need, it'll just be a Harris Teeter haul. Okay, so I told you I'd probably go in the rain. I did go in the rain, and I come out in the dry. But we have what we get every single week: skim milk, almond milk, half and half, eggs, heavy cream. The heavy cream, I have some, but I'm not sure how many times I need it this week. So I figured I'd rather be safe than sorry. And then I got the Bob Evans mashed potatoes this week. They're really good. If you don't want to, like, I don't want to have a bag of potatoes on hand because we don't eat them, but like once a week. And it's been being a mashed potato, basically. So it's just easier to get this than having potatoes that we'll either be tempted to eat when we don't need them, or they'll just go to the waste. So, and then I got us a pimento cheese. I was looking at the carbs. Let's turn that around. It's not high. 1 carb for 2 tablespoons, so no big deal. I put that on a wrap. I still have some of those wraps left. And then David wanted plain old bacon this week, so he wanted the thick cut. And then I got the fully cooked for my recipes. I think I have 2 recipes actually that uses bacon. This is Lebanon bologna. If you can see through there, that's just for snacking and eating. Not for David, he doesn't eat it. And then his favorite sliced cheese, the Kraft Deli Deluxe. And then I needed more cheese sticks. I don't think these have carbs. Let's see. 0, 0. So sometimes you'll get a cheese that has a carb. And then I picked these up just to have on hand this weekend, since that's like the hardest time because I don't have anything prepped. So I picked myself up 2 of these beef merlots. What does it say? Does it say right there on the front? Oh, 6 net carbs. There's not a lot in there, but it's really good. It has a really good flavor. And then these are his favorite, which we don't worry about the carbs. He usually eats that when he's been outside working, mowing, working on the vehicles or something. And so we don't worry about the carbs in that. It's just these turkey tenderloins. He said I wouldn't know it was turkey. I told him, did he want to bet? Oh, and then Dijon mustard for that. That goes in that chicken recipe I was telling you about, the mustard bacon sauce. And then they had my coffee, buy one get one free, and I did not want to make a special trip to BJ's or Sam's just to get coffee, so I went ahead and got 4 of those. And then he wanted total this week. I needed a couple more chicken broths. I don't think chicken broth has carbs. Oh, looky there. 1 can has 2 carbs in the whole can. So it got added sugar. I never knew that because I've never actually read the container. But put that in the whole recipe. That's negligent. Tonight, you didn't read. I told you on my menu it was going to be wings. I priced the wings. They were $22 and $23 a pack. Like I told David, that's not Wednesday eating. That's weekend eating. You can go out to eat for that. So I went over and I opted to get this. It's a rosemary chicken roasting sauce with lemon juice and white wine. I said we're going to step out of our box. I'm going to put it on some chicken breast that I have in the freezer and go in the oven. I didn't even read the carbs. Let's see. 1/4 a cup has 4 carbs. So if I opt to have the sauce, then I'll worry about it, and there's still not a lot to worry about. And then Hamburger, since he wanted to grill, nothing like a good old ground chuck on the grill. So I got extra. We can put some in the freezer. Since he's going to have the grill going, I figured why not. Then sausage is for my breakfast. I don't think there's any carbs in sausage. Not this. Nope, 0. And then the liver mush. Some of y'all on that tag, if y'all watch that tag, it said, what do you eat that's gross or odd to some other people? I didn't think about potted meat and liver mush. And some of y'all called me out. What about your liver mush and your potted meat? That stuff is gross. So here, look, there's that gross liver mush that I eat. But it has a little bit of carbs in it. Not much. 8 minus 2, so 6 carbs for 2 ounces. And I normally eat 4 ounces. 2 ounces is just not quite enough. So that's 12 carbs for breakfast. If I do good the rest of the day, which I go between 30 and 50, so that's really nothing. And then I needed vinegar. There must be a shortage on vinegar because this is pretty much the only thing I could find that I could afford. All the big, I wanted like a gallon, they were gone. All the regular little balls, vinegar was wiped out. And then I need more pinto beans. These are, I didn't even read if they got carbs or not. I just wanted them to go with my bologna. Let's see, get it out. Come on now. Okay, it's blurry. There we go. Well, trust me, it's less than a carb for whatever the serving is, the mild banana peppers. And Fresca, this was on sale. I just happened to go over to get his bread, and when I come back down the other aisle, I saw it. This is old school. I hadn't had Fresca in years. Have you, honey?
No.
It's been years. But back when we started on blood pressure medicine, we had to give up our grapefruit juice. There used to be a grapefruit juice called Sweetie that was delicious, and we had to give it up. I didn't read it, but this is just sparkling soda water is what it says. I don't figure there's enough grapefruit juice in there to matter. So I thought, well, it was on sale. We'll get us a little treat. And then, oops, hold on. All right. Y'all know what's going to happen. The rest is produce and his bread. So the green leaf lettuce is for my Whopper salad, cucumbers, gook, and something else. Did I get another salad? Maybe I wrote it down by accident. I don't know. Anyway, we got an extra cucumber. And then asparagus for one night. The cauliflower is for tonight. The head lettuce is for his gook. The slaw mix is for my slaw this weekend. And the mushrooms for the hamburger and mushroom gravy. And I was actually out of onions. I had bought so many, it took me a while to run out, so I got a little bit of both. And cauliflower, and tomatoes, and 2 nectarines. I got one for him and one for me, and that's pretty much the smallest they had. So we might could split one, actually, because that's kind of a big nectarine to eat all at one time, I think, personally. And some bananas, and then his bread. So that's it for me this week for my Harris Teeter haul, and I will see you on my next video.